In 2006, President Felipe Calderon launched a massive war against drug trafficking organizations in Mexico. It escalated the conflict with tens of thousands of deaths and drug-related violence. Since the 1920s, drug trafficking has been a major issue in Latin America. In 1971, President Richard Nixon declared the war on drugs. In the 1980s, drug trade was centralized by a few major drug lords and political leaders. This includes Pablo Escobar and Manuel Noriega. In current times, this is done by cartels. The largest of the cartels is Los Zetas. They are former military personnel who sought out jobs after leaving the army. They use tactics of beheading, full military action, public killings. They operate in central and northern Mexico along with the new Yucatan Peninsula. They are led by Omar Morales. The Knights Templar is a cartel that controls Michoacan, Mexico. They are led by Servando Gomez. They use tactics of feeding people of Michoacan and kill people for crimes against the state and family. The Sinaloa Federation is a cartel who operates in 17 of the 31 states of Mexico. They are led by Ismael Garcia. Their tactics are similar to Los Zetas. On the other side of the fight, there is the Policía Federal and the Mexican military. They use open combat methods along with standard policing. These forces have been proven not useful because with the U.S. fighting the war on drugs, they have implemented the use of the FBI, DEA, and the U.S. Borders and Customs. Each agency has its own task. The DEA fights drug crimes, the FBI fights other crimes, and the U.S. Borders and Customs combats smuggling drugs into the U.S. The majority of the conflicts happen on the U.S. border and borders of cartel territories. With the conflicts happening on the U.S. border, they are fought for pathways leading into the U.S. With the conflicts that happen near cartel territorial borders is over conquering new territory. With the cartels, they don't only sell drugs, they smuggle people into the U.S. and exploit people in Mexico. They exploit people through prostitution and kidnappings. The fear of both has led many people to leave Mexico in hope of a better life in the United States. With the U.S. having 55 million drug users, this leads to a massive amount of drugs entering the country. In 2015, an estimated 470 tons of cocaine, 210 tons of marijuana, 150 tons of heroin, and 150 tons of methamphetamines were smuggled into the country. With the war on drugs, one of the possible solutions is legalizing all drugs in the U.S. to cut down the illegal supply that would enter the country. Another is to boost the economy in Mexico, which would decrease poverty and reduce the amount of organized crime that's needed for their economy to function.
Created using Powtoon.